Look at this. Fresh Atlantic salmon cooked on the alpha. Let's go. We got here a side of salmon. It's fresh Atlantic salmon we picked up at our local grocery store. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut it into steaks, as I like to call them. So what I'll do first is I'll square this end off. Really sharp knife is key. You got to get to that skin because I want skin on. I know there's some people out there that like to do the skin off. Not for what we're doing. The skin is crucial in this. So I'm going to go, we'll call that about 2.5 inches to 3-inch steaks. Cut them all the way through. It's about a perfect size. And down here on this end, I'll go a little bit bigger. After I do that, kosher salt. This is just coarse grain kosher salt. What I'm going to do, take my cast iron, and I'm going to sprinkle this salt into the bottom of my cast iron, and that is going to act as a non-stick, really, and it's going to make the skin pretty tasty too. So for the sake of today, because I'm just feeding Bree and I don't need to make this whole thing, I'm only going to do 2 chunks of salmon in here. So I'm going to space them apart. I'm going to go back to my kosher salt. A little bit of kosher salt over the top of the salmon. Don't need a lot. So we are going to pack some flavor into these things. Black pepper, coarse ground black pepper. And then our pork rub, just awarded by the MBBQA Best on Seafood for 2025. So, take some of that pork rub, give her a nice medium coat. So, from here, we're just going to let that kind of set in, maybe about 20 minutes, let that rub get real wet on there. That is a really key on this salmon, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this pizza oven at about 500 to 600 degrees, and I'm going to blast these things with heat. If I don't have it completely wet, it's going to burn. If I get it wet, I'm going to form that candy crust on there, which is what I'm looking for. So we'll see in a little bit when we're ready to put it back on. Guys, that rub's all sweat in. You can see that glisten, all that moisture there. We're ready to put this on. The Alpha oven, we have a 5 minuto. I think that's what it's called, minuti. It's running at 600 degrees, right at the top end of where I want to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cast iron. Remember, there's no oil, there's no nothing in there. We're just going straight heat with seasonings as a guard. All right, going to set that on there. Get your timer ready. Set her for 3 minutes. We'll let them ride there for 3 minutes. We'll be right back. Here we got our alarm going off. It's time to turn her. We're just going to turn this whole pan 180 degrees. As you can see, they're starting to get some really good color. Put it back in. We'll see you back in 3 minutes. Alarm's going off. Let's see what we got. Oh man, 6 minutes, guys. Look at that. Now that is some beautiful salmon. What do you think? Ooh, I like it. All right, our salmon is done. Look at this. Fresh Atlantic salmon cooked on the alpha. Let's go. Oh God. You gotta get you some of this. This is yum yum, get you some. Golly. Look at that flake. 6 minutes, people.